What were you wearing? It's all your fault. You should have fought back. Why didn't you say no? Are you sure it was him? What were you wearing? What were you wearing? It's all your fault. It's all your fault. You should have fought back. You should have fought back. Why didn't you say no? Why didn't you say no? Are you sure it was him? Are you sure it was him? What were you wearing? What were you wearing? What were you wearing? It's all your fault. It's all your fault. You should have fought back. Why didn't you say no? Why didn't you say no? Are you sure it was him? Are you sure it was him? What were you wearing? Are you sure it's all your fault? Why didn't you say no? You should have fought. It's all your fault. Why didn't you say no? What were you wearing? Are you sure it was him? You should have fought. What were you wearing? Are you sure it's all your fault? Why didn't you say no? You should have fought. It's all your fault. Why didn't you say no? What were you wearing? Are you sure it was him? You should have fought. Are you sure it was him?
This space, the Coker Arboretum, was part of campus at the very beginning, and over the years, as the faculty and staff grew and campus grew, it became the pasture, believe it or not, for the faculty and staff for a few cows. And then, as the university developed more, Dr. Coker talked to Dr. Venable, who was then the president of the university, and they would walk through the Arboretum, or walk through what was the Arboretum, this pasture, and Dr. Venable would say, "Oh, we need to do something about this space. It's really muddy, and can you make it beautiful?" And Dr. Coker was a botanist, so he spent from 1903, probably 5 to 10 years, just sort of dealing with the drainage and coming up with plans for the landscape and where the paths would be. And then he started planting. But he had a lot of patience because he worked very, very hard to make sure everything drained right. And I think, it shows in the way things are able to grow and be healthy. It's a good place to come to sit and to read and to be quiet and to talk. A lot of people take really great naps out here, and I think people know that it's here for quiet time, and people enjoy it.
I think it's a nice, peaceful place amongst all of the madness, especially if you're a little bit of an introvert like me.
I think it's kind of a hidden gem on Carolina's campus where you just get to go away from classes and kind of have like a really natural place to hang out.
It's kind of a green space that's away from the academic buildings on campus. Working on the quad, you still feel like you're very much inside of the university. But when you're in the Arboretum, it's kind of a nice little break from that.
I was surprised that of all the people I've talked to about this project, none had ever heard of Sue Ellen Evans, the female student who was sexually assaulted and stabbed to death in the Arboretum just a little over 50 years ago. The Arboretum then didn't look like it does today. It was wilder, overgrown with vines, with hardly any natural light or open spaces. It was easy to hide, waiting in the shadows, unseen by passerby. Even the most beautiful places can hurt you. As a woman, I understand what it's like not to feel safe on campus. As a survivor, I know what it's like not to feel safe anywhere. Approaching the Arboretum in the middle of the night, I felt nervous and excited. I had never seen this part of campus at night before. It was even darker than I expected. Within, there are no lights, no emergency poles, no people. Only the rustling of leaves in the winter air and the dim light from the moon. We need to remember Sue Ellen Evans. Her story is an important part of our history, yet I've been unable to find any kind of memorial to her in the Arboretum at all. We can't forget her.